Hi, everyone. My name is Kathy Krul-Manor, and I am the founder and CEO of KKM Leadership. We are a boutique leadership advisory and executive coaching, as well as human capital consulting firm. Today, I want to focus on what it takes to really get a good assessment of your leaders and their capabilities. As many of you know, having an understanding and being able to assess the capabilities of leaders is absolutely essential for organizational success. It enables you to identify ways to grow the individuals. It enables you to align leaders with appropriate roles and ensures that your leadership team is equipped to meet future challenges. And what organization out there is not anticipating future challenges? I think we're all in the same boat. So let's discuss 6 key ways to effectively assess these capabilities. Well, number one, first of all, you need to define what those capabilities are. So, what is required for success in leadership roles within your organization? You're going to want to look at the leadership and the technical capabilities. So, obviously, there's going to be a set of technical capabilities that are required depending on the function or the particular requirements for a role. But then when you look at leadership capabilities, do they align to your organizational values and your goals? Where are you at in terms of your organization? Are you going through a major transformation? Are you looking at significant growth? Are you just trying to stay status quo? So look at capabilities such as strategic thinking, emotional intelligence, quality decision making, change leadership, etc. So that you can align those capabilities for what leaders need to demonstrate today and into the future, depending on the growth or the change or whatever the plans are for your business. 2, make sure that you use a variety of assessment tools. A lot of people come to me and they say, oh, we did MBTI, which is Myers-Briggs, which I don't use Myers-Briggs, not to knock Myers-Briggs, but it isn't necessarily the best tool when it comes to assessing leadership capabilities. I want you to look at things like 360 feedback. For those of you who are not familiar with 360s, this is where a leader can receive confidential, anonymous feedback from peers, their direct reports, and leaders of the leaders. So they're managers, essentially. Other assessments such as Gallup, Clifton Strengths, any other kind of psychometric assessments, working styles, etc. So depending on what you're trying to achieve, I highly recommend leveraging more than one assessment tool. Of course, you're going to use performance reviews, but we'll talk about that in a bit. You don't want to just rely on performance reviews for assessing those capabilities. 3, set your benchmark standards. Every industry is different, so you want to make sure that you're setting those industry standards and customizing them to fit the specific needs of your organization. You need to make sure that you're looking out and saying, okay, well, what is required within our industry based on the size of our organization as well? Because there's going to be different standards depending on what you need and expect from the individuals within your organization in alignment with the capability levels of your leaders. So you need to keep those things in mind as well. 4, conduct these reviews frequently. Okay, so don't just wait until the end of the year. I mentioned performance reviews, those are all great. Do not wait until the end of the year to get performance feedback. I've just seen too many situations, engagement issues, retention issues, morale. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong here. So please, when you are assessing your leaders, try not to just limit it to the annual performance review. You should be doing them at regular intervals throughout the year. Maybe it's quarterly, maybe it's, biannually, but the continuous assessment really does help to monitor progress and helps leaders get timely feedback for improvement so that you're not just getting some bad news at the end of the year. 5, development opportunities. Make sure that based on the assessment results, you're creating a development plan. This is something I do every single time, and I never back down from it. What is the point of doing all this work if you're not going to create a development plan and be targeted? The development opportunities can be depending on how you're managing these assessments. Is it a cohort? Is it your C-suite? Is it next level down? Or is it just individuals here and there throughout your organization? There may be a a cohort specific list of capabilities that you want people to work on. Maybe they're all lacking in a particular set of capabilities. Great. Okay, fine. How do we work through that? So look at that piece and then look at the individual. Are there certain experiences? Is there exposure that they need? Is there maybe a rotational assignment, a mentor, some executive coaching, maybe a leadership workshop? Think about designing the development opportunities in alignment with those capability gaps and in ways that are going to actually promote leader growth. I have seen so many leadership development programs fail, and you're spending a lot of money on them. So it needs to be targeted and focused. Last but not least, this goes to my previous point. Number 6, track progress and impact. You need to be accountable. Your organization is spending money on this process, regardless of whether you're bringing someone in from the outside or you're spending time internally doing it. And if you're not tracking progress and seeing the impact, then you may just abandon the program. So make sure that you are setting those metrics and indicators to evaluate whether leaders' behaviors have shifted and or improved, and how these changes are actually impacting team performance as well as organizational goals. Very, very important. And you can track this. So it's just setting those baselines and tracking it and monitoring that impact. So, so important. So in summary, this is a dynamic and ongoing process, and this is just a snippet of what you need to do. So if you need to know more, let me know. You can reach out to me, Kathy at kkmleadership.com. But by systemically evaluating and developing leader capabilities, you can ensure that your leadership team is powerful, effective, and ready to lead your organization into the future. So thank you so much for your time. And remember, the strength of your leaders is the strength of your organization. Keep investing in those capabilities and you will see the ROI, I promise you. Until next time, keep nurturing great leaders.